Pirates. Presented.
Hey, Terry.
Hold on, Hotshot. Here we go. Taking the flight from us and giving it to Morrell, there must be some reason.
I know a guy who got his nose snipped off looking for reasons. And when the party of the first part is Chopstick Joe, one can lose the other attachments, including the noggin.
And these conferences he's been having with the Dragon Lady, you know what they generally add up to?
Look, Terry, just for once, let somebody else do the adding, huh?
Taking the flight from me and giving it to Morrell.
Oh, greetings, Flyboys. You heard from Morrell yet?
Yeah, he's coming in. Just call.
He's way ahead of schedule. That's what I call serving Air Cathay.
Write a special letter of thanks to a 50-mile-an-hour tailwind.
Okay, Flyboys, you can take off now. Find someplace else to go.
Check your landing gear, Chop.
Ditto here.
Oh, you can have the rest of the day off. Go into town. Go anywhere, but go.
To coin a phrase, something's cooking.
Offer withdrawn. No day off. I got to go.
Chops, you feeling all right?
I give you a complete medical report in the morning. Right now, I got to go.
Your reputation has preceded you here, Captain. That is why I wish to have this understanding with you.
That's easy, ma'am. I sell you my boatload of rice. No questions asked.
Not quite, Captain. I am aware that the rice is a consignment to Indochina on behalf of the American Relief Authority.
That's no secret. Main thing is you're gonna get it.
I will have no part of this transaction if unnecessary violence is used.
You're in the wrong business to permit yourself the luxury of scruples, ma'am.
Nevertheless.
Greetings, Captain.
Hi.
Emergency makes it necessary for me to break in on you like this, Dragon Lady.
Who is this man?
Clyde Thompson, a friend of mine. Clyde, the Dragon Lady. How do you do?
It is not necessary for me to meet your friends, Captain.
I'll rephrase that. He's a business associate of mine. And of yours, too, ma'am.
Wow. With all these sparks around here, we need some lightning rods. Take it easy, Captain. You've got to have some manners when you're in a swell layout like this.
Chopstick, you're a fool.
I don't mind being a fool for the 10% I'm making on this deal.
As this meeting can in no way be called a social occasion, I suggest we get down to business.
That's me. I just talked to Tony Morrell on the radio. He's the pilot that's flying Dr. Maitland in to inspect his cargo.
What do you have to say?
Get to the point, Chopstick.
He'll be here in an hour. Then Thompson takes over.
I do not understand.
Thompson here is going to become Dr. Maitland. And as Dr. Maitland, he'll inspect my cargo. Won't you, Clyde?
That'll be one of the fastest inspection record, Captain.
And then you take the certificate to the American consul, and they give you a bank draft for the full value of the cargo.
And then instead of going to where it's consigned, you get it.
I am the second purchaser for the same merchandise.
See how I worked it out?
It would appear that the Dragon Lady has not made a very shrewd bargain.
Come on, Clyde. We want to be there when the pilot brings the real doctor in.
One moment, please. Nothing must happen to Dr. Maitland.
Nothing will, if he signs that certificate.
The next time you bring such scum to me, I will...
Dr. Maitland.
What about my luggage?
Oh, there's a local customs check here. The office will clear it for you.
Oh, yes, of course. Chalk up another breach of regulations against Tony Morrell, leaving the field without checking his flight in.
I have that noted, Captain Lee. As chief pilot of Air Cafe, why don't you discipline him?
Disciplining Tony Morell is like washing a duck. Ever wash a duck, Hotshot?
Oh, what happens?
The duck goes right out and gets dirty again.
Shall I make a note to discipline the duck?
Drop the duck and get me a flight schedule. I want to check something.
Perhaps I should show the customs people my credentials. It might speed things up a bit.
Later, Doctor. Get in the car, please.
Really, I insist that...
Get in the car, Doctor.
What's going on here? I'm an official of the United States government.
It's a long way to the United States. Get in.
Good. You have him. I'm Captain Lomar, Morell.
Captain Morell to you, Lomar.
Okay, Captain Morell.
Hi, Tommy. Haven't seen you since the counterfeit lottery days in Singapore.
Been in and out of several jams since then.
I don't know what's going on, but I demand to be taken to the United States consul at once.
The doctor has a sense of humor. Remember that when you impersonate him, Thompson.
Impersonate me? What for?
We need your clearance certificate on Captain Lomar's cargo. And in case you're reluctant, we've got a standby to do the job for you.
But I don't understand. I came to Tansan for that express purpose. As soon as I've inspected Captain Lomar's cargo, I'm prepared to sign the clearance certificate.
It so happens I have with me a sample of the cargo in this barrel. See if you'll give me a clearance on it.
Very well. But I must see the whole shipment.
This is my cargo, Doctor.
Why, this rice is contaminated. It isn't even fit for animals.
Now perhaps you see why we thought you might hesitate to sign the certificate.
I wouldn't sign a certificate for this cargo if my life depended on it.
Believe me, Doctor, your life does depend on it.
He means it, Doc. Why don't you just go along with us?
You'd exchange your life for your noble principles? I don't think so.
All you gotta do is sign, Doc. Nobody will know about it.
When the time comes, he'll sign it. I'll show you why. We're built on pilings here. We're right over the water, Doctor. Take a look. There are sharks down there.
You wouldn't dare.
I do almost anything for $90,000, Doctor. I think I made my point. Come on, Doctor. I'll take you to another room where you can do a little serious thinking.
Stuff's sickening just to look at it.
Don't look at it, then.
All they told the dragon lady is it was stolen.
He knew that if this stuff was going into her precious people's rice bowls, we'd all end up going through that trap door.
Chops, you've got it down right here. The flight Dr. Maitland booked passage on was originally scheduled for Hotshot and me.
What do you guys want to do? Take all the flights around here?
And you've got our names crossed out and written in Tony Morell's. Why?
You're not the district attorney, are you? I don't have to tell you everything that goes on around here.
If you're involving us in another one of your shady deals, you do.
Oh! Such talk, Terrence. Old Chops involved in a shady deal? Prepares the foot. Sue him for slander, Chops.
Oh, a wise guy, huh?
Come on, Chops. Let's have the lowdown on the Maitland flight.
Terry, you're driving me crazy with all this. Why?
Oh, now, Chops, temper. Temper, Chops, temper.
Why shouldn't I blow my top? You guys want to know everything that's going on around here.
Only what concerns us. What about the Maitland flight?
Oh, the Maitland flight, the Maitland flight, the Maitland flight. Is that all you can talk about, just the Maitland flight? I don't know why I changed pilots. Now look what you did. That was a good clock.
Why did you give the Maitland flight to Tony Morell, Chops?
I'd take an oath. I'd cut my throat if it weren't against the law. I don't know. I didn't have a reason. I do lots of things without a reason.
At last, Chops admits he functions without reason. A fact I have long known.
You want to get fired?
That's a good idea.
Once more, Chops. Why did you give the flight to Tony Morell?
Well, a regular reception committee, Dr. Maitland. This is Chopstick Joe, the boss himself. This is Captain Terry Lee, our chief pilot and a very strict disciplinarian. This is Hotshot Charlie. Oh, excuse me. Captain Charles C. Charles, a very big little man with the big controls. This gentleman is Dr. Maitland of the American Relief Authority.
How do you do, Doctor?
Pleasure, Doctor.
We are honored, Dr. Maitland.
And I'm very glad to know you. Captain Morrell has told me what a happy little family you are.
Well, we would be if Captain Lee didn't beat us.
Why didn't you check in your flight, Morrell?
You see what I mean, Doctor? Well, as a matter of fact, Terry, I'll have to take 10 demerits on that. You see, the doctor wanted a quick drink after a rough flight.
Yes, I did.
There's usually whiskey in your locker.
But the doctor picked up the tab.
Hotshot, you peaked.
I don't like this not checking in flights, Morrell. I want a word with you.
I didn't know there was any large-scale relief work planned for around here.
There isn't. I'm here to certify a cargo of rice for the famine districts around Indochina.
Oh. Been with the Relief Authority long, Doctor?
I left the state 6 months ago. This is my first field trip out of the Tokyo office.
Must be interesting work. How valuable are these rice cargoes?
Oh, they vary, of course. About $90,000 is the rule.
It's a lot of money out here in the Orient. You don't carry it around with you, do you?
Well, hardly. I certify the cargoes, and the American consul pays off with a draft.
I brewed up some tea here, Doctor. Or would you rather have coffee?
Oh, I prefer tea, thank you.
Oh, here you are, Doctor.
Thanks.
You'd better get your men away from my flyboys. They've outsmarted me before.
Clyde Thompson's one of the slickest con men this side of Frisco. They're just yakking.
They could yak us into trouble.
This is delicious. I see you prefer the North China Congo.
You're a connoisseur, Doctor. Not many people can distinguish between North and South China teas.
Fine teas are a hobby of mine.
I'm interested in your work, Doctor. How large a cargo are you here to inspect?
Quite a boatload, the China Queen. And I should be about my inspection.
Right. Captain Morrell will be glad to show you the docks. Chop, fill up on Tony, will you? The doctor would like to get on his way.
Oh, thanks.
May I have one?
Oh, certainly.
Thanks. Well, enough wordies, Chaz. How about a helping hand at the barracks?
I smell a foul odor of work.
Nice to meet you, Doctor. Hope to see you again.
Thank you very much.
See you, Doc.
Goodbye.
How'd it go?
I don't know. Lee seemed a little too friendly, and he wanted to know too much.
I told you my flyboys were smart.
So am I. Wait here.
Despite my warnings, chum, you've been thinking bad. Live like chops without reason. Thinking can lead to trouble.
Look at this.
So help me, it's a cigarette. Amanda. Coming around out here.
I got it from the doctor, and he claims to be fresh from the States.
I don't follow you, dear boy.
Only old China hands smoke mandarins. Most white men can't stand them.
Well, I've tried them in moments of great poverty. You can get better smoke out of a wet carpet.
Notice how our stateside doctor went for my tea?
You brew a devastating beaker of the stuff, Terrence. Really, you do.
And Dr. Maitland knows more about tea than most high-caste Chinese.
And Dr. Maitland wasn't wearing the same suit he had on when I left the plane.
And his baggage is still in the office.
And it took them a long while to get that drink.
And $90,000 is an awful lot of money.
And we know the gallant skipper of the China Queen.
And there's a pirate if there ever was one.
And Chopstick Joe is at it again. What do we do about it?
Here comes Tony Morrell.
You seem to be expecting him.
I deliberately told him we were coming here.
Chum, you're confusing me again.
So he'll hear what I'm going to say next. Now just play it dumb.
Good. This I can do.
And, I'm going to cable Washington for more information about this Dr. Maitland.
Was I dumb enough?
Natural, you're hired.
We must play a little theater again sometime. What's the bet?
There's something awfully phony about Dr. Maitland. And if we follow Tony Morrell, we may learn what it is.
How to enter here unannounced?
I'm sorry, lady, but this won't wait. Terry Lee's cabling Washington for information on Dr. Maitland.
That is no concern of mine. Let your clever Captain Lomar think his way out of it.
Knowing the captain the way I do, miss, I'm pretty sure that if he sinks, it'll take you with him.
Yes, I agree with you. What interest has Terry Lee in Dr. Maitland?
I'm sure he suspects about the dear doctor.
This requires thought. Sit down, please.
Of course, Terry Lee's interest in Dr. Maitland could be idle curiosity, but I doubt it.
Captain Lee is never idly curious. I shall be back in a moment. You may enter this way, gentlemen.
Dear Dragon Lady.
Dear Dragon Lady, how nice of you to expect us.
During the war, you Americans brought many things to the Orient, including some excellent electrical devices. Come this way, please, gentlemen. A gun in my house? You forget yourself. Guards!
This solves our problem. You hold them here until Captain Lomar gets the certificate to the consul, collects his money, and gets out of the harbor. Thompson will have to sign that signature.
Oh, nice boy, this Morrell.
Now, wait a minute, Morrell. You've outsmarted yourself. Unless Thompson is an expert forger, his signature won't match the one in the consul's possession.
How would the consul have a copy of Dr. Maitland's signature?
From your passenger manifest?
I left that in the plane.
And you didn't check in your flight. So, to do you a favor, I followed routine and filed the manifest with the American consul, as local law requires.
Always a stickler for regulations, aren't you, Mr. Lee?
Oh, bad habit of his.
All right. Dr. Maitland will have to sign it himself
Where are you going?
to force Dr. Maitland to sign that certificate. That one will be the same one the consul has.
Not too much force. Where is Dr. Maitland now?
Behind the jade cutters on the street of Heavenly Rest.
Perhaps you should bring him here to me. My methods of persuasion are probably more gentle.
But not as effective, Dragon Lady.
It has been a long time since we met, Mr. Lee.
It seems that way. Only a couple of months ago, that's all. That time, you were smuggling guns to Nang Chan.
And you prevented me as usual. Someday I am going to resent your interference in my affairs.
Regulations forbid the transporting of guns, dear lady. And you know how Terran regulations are, just like that.
I see you've added a few pieces since I was here last. In excellent taste, as usual.
That is one of the secrets of your charm, Mr. Lee. You know how to flatter.
I yield to no one in my appreciation of Oriental art. But there is a small segment of my mind which I reserve for the well-being of Charles C. Charles, Hotshot Charlie to the multitudes. And at the moment I find myself somewhat depressed about his future.
It will be decided for him.
And it'll probably be as explosive as a signal flare. You must be prepared to meet it, Chaz.
Brandy or tea, gentlemen?
Tea for mine, please.
Tea has served us well once today.
Guard, tea for 3, please.
Open up. It's Morrell. Are we ready?
We're anything but ready. Dig out that certificate.
Bring him over.
Sign it.
I'll never sign it.
We better get some help.
No time.
There's a household full of thugs in there. A whole mob of them.
Well, the element of surprise is in our favor.
I'd rather have a half dozen cops.
Give me some rope or wire. It looks like we may have to use it on the doctor.
Someone's coming.
Got us down. Get his gun, Chaz.
All right, Chaz, tie him up.
He doesn't seem to like this kind of thing.
Morrell. Captain Morrell. Go see what's keeping that fool guard.
What are we waiting for?
We'll send somebody out to see what happened to the guard.
Lasker, where are you?
All right, put him up, friend. The late lamented ex-pilot of Air Cafe.
You fellas got this thing all wrong.
Sure, sure. Chaz, prepare the patient for surgery.
Just happened to have it on me. Come on, put your hands down. Turn it around. This should make things a lot simpler inside.
Yeah. You might even call it life insurance.
Last time, Doctor. Sign it.
Looks like this guy doesn't want to live.
Sign.
No.
You gonna sign?
I'll sign.
All right.
All right, boys, that's enough.
Can't we? No. Not a chance.
I don't have to tell you how grateful I am to you, Captain Lee.
Come on, I'll see you to the plane.
Now, good deal. I didn't know that rice was rotten.
No doubt you did not.
There are limits as to even how far old Chopstick would go to make a buck.
As you acted in good faith, I have no alternative but to pay you your commission.
Now you're cooking.
Guard! I am prepared to pay the first installment now.
This stuff is rotten, dear.
It is, isn't it?
Sometimes I think I never should have turned straight.